Welcome to the Direct Line powered by 10Bet. I'm Niko, and we're out at the wonderful Randkiesfontein training establishment in Midrand, north of Johannesburg. And today we'll be chatting to a special guest. Timothy Woodruff comes from a dynasty of racehorse trainers, and he is now part of the James Crawford stable. He's based here at Randkiesfontein. He'll tell us about his horses running on Summer Cup Day, as well as telling us a little bit more about himself and how he's got back into horse racing. And coming up later on in the show, we'll have Niko's notebook focusing in on the betting on the upcoming Summer Cup. Well, welcome to our show for this week, and we decided that we'll take a break from the studio and we'll go out on location, and what better place to come to than the Randkiesfontein Training Centre, known as the North Rand Training Centre in Midrand. And we're catching up now with Timothy Woodruff, who is the son of great champion trainer Jeff Woodruff, and has recently joined the James Crawford stable as an assistant trainer. And I've been trying to get you to come to the studio, but seeing as you didn't come, I've decided to come and join you at your home.
Thanks, Niko. I really appreciate it.
Great for you to be on the show. And you've come back into it, and it looks like you're really enjoying it. So welcome back to horse racing.
Thanks. It's been wonderful to be back. It's been amazing to meet everyone again, and some faces I hadn't seen for long, and it just feels like home.
Well, as I mentioned in the opening, you come from a dynasty of champion racehorse trainers. I mean, you're part of the whole Millard dynasty, of course. Champion trainer Terence Millard, going back to the 80s, was legendary. His son Tony took over the reins from him, and of course your dad Jeff Woodruff needs no introduction. So you've grown up with horse racing.
Yeah, I was plonked on a horse, I think, when I was 2 years old, and I never really looked back. I show jumped, I did dressage. We were always out riding our ponies. We were in Cape Town. I lived in Cape Town till I was 10. And we had a farm there, which, where we trained the racehorses as well. And I was always riding. And the horses have obviously always been special to me. Sometimes I think you can take it for granted when you come from a family like mine, where there's just always horses around, and, you want to go out and try and experience other parts of life. And because it's very much a little circle, the whole, not just racing, but horsey people in general. So, I'm very grateful for what I've been given in this life.
And also, just mentioning the Millard Woodruff training establishments, you've had a lot of champions along the way. So, you're not just ordinary racehorse trainers. You've trained a lot of champions in South Africa. Yeah.
Well, my grandfather was obviously great. I think he was champion trainer 7 times, won the July 6 times, the Met 6 times, Gold Cup as well. And, my dad was champion trainer 5 times. My uncle's very successful in Hong Kong. Also Guy Rickson and my uncle Ralph Rickson. Very successful trainers in their own right as well. And my sister's doing very well. So, just really proud to be around, to have been born into this family.
But you broke away for a time because you wanted to just try something else. I mean, you probably, you don't want to get caught up in the industry too quick, but you went around and found yourself.
Yeah. I mean, obviously being in it for a long time, I eventually, it's more a spiritual thing. I don't think it's the time and place to talk about it. Maybe we can talk about it someday, but it was more of a spiritual thing that I wanted to get out and be able to do things that I could never have done having been in racing, because racing is very much it's a lifestyle. It's not a job, you've got to be on call all the time. Friday nights and Saturdays are just, they're your busy days, and, you don't experience what a Friday night is like. So I broke away for a bit, but I was always around horses. I rode and schooled up some horses off the track, and I rode a little bit for my sister, and I did some other things. So whenever I wasn't around horses, I felt like there was something missing. And it's amazing because there's studies out now that show how a horse's heartbeat gives off a sort of frequency that can be very calming and soothing, and even healing for certain people. And you can definitely feel it being around them. And I think that's part of the the draw of horses is, the outside of a horse is good for the inside of a man, and it really does make a difference.
Just go back to when you took that break. You went and did a bit of studying, and what were you involved in? What did you go and study?
Well, I learned how to code. I got my skipper's license, sail. I can crash a yacht, and insurance will have to pay. And I did a bit of solar, and just worked on myself really. Some other things. You were telling
the guys here, the background crew, that you also involved in a bit of martial arts. Is that right?
Yeah. Look, I was never going to become a Dricus du Plessis, but I enjoyed my MMA and jiu-jitsu. All things I wouldn't have been able to do had I been in racing, because it's a very, it's a 24/7 job.
Yeah, time consuming.
Yeah. And you don't really have the time to do these other sorts of things. And if you do, you're probably not doing your job properly. So, I'll try and make time now to maybe do MMA and jiu-jitsu and maybe ride a little bit more. But for now, I'm really just focused on the horses. Got a lot of responsibility. James has been very good to me, and to put me in charge of this team over here.
How did it come about? How did you come about to get involved? I mean, obviously they were looking for someone.
Yes.
But how did you go about getting the job?
So I decided that I wanted to come give it a bash in Joburg. Very naively, I just came up and thought, let me see. And Nishin Moodley was nice enough to give me a horse. Sandirian Governor also gave me a horse to look after. And then I bought one myself, and I was just kind of trying to get these babies up and running and see if I could run the horses under my sister's name.
Yes.
And then the job opportunity with James came up, and it just seemed like a no-brainer. It was a perfect sort of fit. So, I grabbed it with both hands, and just hoping I can do them proud.
Well, they're a big, formidable force now. I mean, Brett Crawford has now moved to Hong Kong and has won his first group race there in his very first season of training. In fact, first couple of months of training, which is great for the Crawford name. But, I mean, they're a stable that have been winning these big races and raiding KwaZulu-Natal from here. So this is really like a home base. You're in charge of a big operation here.
Yeah, especially when the Durban season comes around again, it gets very hectic over here. With all the horses, we just raid. We don't have spend much time in Durban at all, and it's been a winning formula. So why change it?
Absolutely, that's exactly what I say. Your sister, you mentioned. Lulu is training down in Cape Town. Do you speak to her often and ask her a bit of advice on that?
Yeah. We speak often. We definitely ask each other. If there's something that we got, if know anything about it. But Lulu's very capable on her own. I don't think she needs my help at all. But we do. But
your dad's also involved there, is he? Yes. To a certain extent.
Yeah. No, he loves it. He's at the yard every single day in Cape Town with the dogs, and he definitely is very proud of her, and he's very happy to be there.
This training establishment, you're happy with the facilities here, the tracks that you get, and how to train racehorses here?
Oh, of course, yeah. It's a really nice place to train. They've always looked after this place very well. You just phone MCZ, ask for something, and it's done straight away. It's a wonderful place to train. It's nice and peaceful here as well. Not while the trucks are driving around, but most of the time it's a very calm, peaceful state here in Rheinkies, which I think is important. I'm all about the energy, and as long as you can keep the energy good for the horses, it's they're going to try their best for you.
And as we were saying, the track record in terms of horses coming from this training centre and winning big races is formidable. I mean, we mentioned the likes of a guy like Mike de Kock, who's trained horses to win from here to win anywhere in the world. I mean, Epitombi and horses like that were originally trained here and began their careers here.
Yes. Well, it was good enough for Mr. de Kock. I think it's good enough
for anyone. For you guys. Let's focus more on the Summer Cup meeting coming up. I mean, you've got Otto Lucan running in the race, and he's a horse that's come up from Cape Town, but doing well. I mean, what are your thoughts?
A lovely looking horse. He's a big, strong honest horse, and he's looking really good. I'm loving the way his coat looks at the moment, and his work has been very good. So I think he's definitely got the ability to win a race like the Summer Cup. It's not going to be easy. It never is. We'll see where we draw, but I think if we can get a nice draw, we're not here just to make up the field. And I don't think Mr. Bortz and Gina are here for that either. We obviously think we've got a good chance. So
absolutely. And he comes in with a nice galloping way too. He won the July Consolation race down in Durban,
yes,
which was over 2,200 meters, and he did it the hard way. 3
wide, exposed the whole way. Not that it was a bad ride. I mean, he just got shepherded out, but he didn't do it the easy way, and he still won and was going away at the end. So on that run, after that, we just thought immediately Summer Cup. Just looked like a Summer Cup horse, especially with the long straighted turpentine. He's going to have way more time to unwind, and a big galloping horse like that, it just seems like it's meant to be. So holding thumbs.
And JP coming up to ride for you on the day?
Yes.
Yeah. Other chances on the day? What horses are you likely to have big chances with?
Baynak and Aladdin's Lamp. I think they've got nice weights. Especially Baynak, he's much better than his rating suggests, I think. And Aladdin could be too. So since Aladdin's come here, he's really taken to the center and to the high felt. And so, yeah, I give those two a squiz. Fatal Flaw's just making her comeback after a long rest. She'll probably need the run, and it's definitely too sharp for her, the 1160. So yeah, I think probably Aladdin and Baynak are two best other chances.
Well, Tim, it's been great catching up with you and making contact with you eventually. Just all the best in your career. I mean, it's great to see you back in where you belong, I think, in racing. You're looking very comfortable with your decision, and you're looking pretty content with life. So let's hope it just continues to steamroll for you, and your burgeoning career just continues to get stronger.
Thanks, Niko. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Welcome to Niko's Notebook at the end of today's show. Well, just a couple of things. Firstly, you would have noticed during the whole month of November, I've been growing this thing around my mouth, and it is getting rather itchy at the moment. But it's all done for a good cause, and the cause is men's health, men's mental health, and men's health issues as men get older. So don't forget to click onto this QR code and to donate to a good cause. Remember that there's only a couple more weeks left to go. Also, we're starting a new competition here on the Direct Line powered by 10Bet, where you can get the chance to win a 500 Rand 10Bet voucher weekly on our podcast. We're now calling for entries to come through. We'll discuss the nature of the competition and how that's going to work as soon as we get it off the ground. But you can be one of the first people to enter by sending your name and your phone number. That's what you need to do to the following email address. Send it to thedirectlinesa@gmail.com. We're now open for entries, and you can be the first to enter that competition where you can win 500 Rand weekly on our podcast. We end off today's show with a final look at the Summer Cup and the potential winners for this year's big race. Who are we going to go for? Well, the favorite is a horse called the Equator from the Tony Peters stable. The second favorite is last year's winner, Atticus Finch, who I think may be carrying just too much weight, courtesy of his win in the Charity Mile. But the horse I'm looking carefully at is a horse called King Pels. He's trained by Gareth Van Zyl, and he hails from KwaZulu-Natal. I've been very impressed with his preparation coming into the race, and I think he could well be the right horse that you're looking for. Another horse that I'm particularly interested in is Madison Valley, and he is quoted at 10-1. He ran fourth in this race last year, and I think he could lift it up a notch or two to win this year's big race. So my two horses for the Summer Cup to be run this coming weekend are King Pels and Madison Valley. And don't forget, as we spoke to Timothy Woodruff, his horse Otto Lycan might well be another horse that you can include. Well, that's it for the Direct Line powered by 10Bet. Thanks very much for joining us here at Ryan Kiesfontein Training Centre, signing off for another week. Bye-bye.